We dodged a big bullet yesterday because there was so much of the nation, the deep south, Alabama, Georgia had tornado warnings, the Atlanta metro had tornado warnings. So we had some severe thunderstorm warnings, but nothing of that magnitude.
Yeah,
Right.
and I think that was a classic wet microburst. That literally what happens is all the rain-cooled air just drops down. It's almost like a bomb that kind of drops out, and that's where we always say wind is wind, because these type of things happen. But Larry, they brought up the flood watch. There's a chance that some parts of over in Kentucky could have up to a foot of rain over the next week or so. So this is now turning into a massive developing event there, flood-wise, that I know a lot of meteorologists that I follow are saying I haven't seen this in the 20.
Without a doubt. And we talk about, we have this graphic, we talk about wind damage, tornadic or straight line. Straight line is basically, as you heard the guy saying, basically in a straight formation, you get a twisting motion with tornadoes. But we mention this all the time. Severe thunderstorms can cause as much damage as a tornado, and that's why nowadays, and I think a number of the severe thunderstorm warnings yesterday came with that tornado tag, which meant that there was a potential that they could have developed into a tornado. So they can do as much damage and kill as many people as many people as we've seen in the past, probably this year alone, the number of tornadoes we've had and severe weather threats.
Yeah, and oftentimes you can have the energy to the storm, it just doesn't drop out. So we are actually very lucky. And what's interesting is the video that we just saw from was actually more in the marginal risk that we had, and we had the advance.
Yeah.
So that really is, if you have any risk for severe weather, that you have to take it seriously, because this, in that example.
And a lot of people, we have conversations. A lot of people. So you're telling us to be aware. You're telling us that there's a threat of severe storms. Maybe in your area you didn't get hit, but close enough.
Right.
You want us to let you know about this. So sometimes, we have to make sure that people are aware of the situation.
People don't realize that our viewing area goes from, say, north of Boone and Blowing Rock, all the way down, like 2 counties down into South Carolina. Geographically, our viewing area is enormous.
About 27 counties altogether.
So what's going on in one place is not necessarily ever reflective of
another place.
You've also got mountains, and you've got sand hills. I mean, you've got a lot of topography. It varies quite a bit.
And we want people to be weather aware, because if it's happening where you are, it's incredibly important, especially when you're talking about the threat or the possibility of some tornadoes.
Even if you narrow down to even the 485 loop, how many times do you see in Northwest Charlotte that they're impacted by storms, and then maybe down in Matthews you don't really see anything?
Or the opposite.
Or the opposite, exactly. So.